Okay guys, quick video here. It has been a while actually since I haven't made a video. But not much going on in the Atlantic. I mean, we're heading towards the end of the season. Normally that's what is expected. Basically a slowing down in the activity. Nevertheless, there is a spot that the Hurricane Center is watching. It has a high probability, has about 70% probability of forming. But again, it's on the middle of nowhere pretty much, in the upper Atlantic. And it looks to me that it's just going to be a fish storm. Not much going on with it. It's probably just going to form how this year the majority of storms have done that, where they just form in the middle of the Atlantic because it has been unusually warm further north. And that's why you're having all these systems developing further north and basically just ending up being fish storms and not affecting land, which is good. We don't want any destruction. I mean, already as of it is, there has been enough. You had Hurricane Florence make landfall in the Carolinas, dumped a bunch of rain. Then you had Alberto early this year, I want to say June. Then you had Michael, which was an unusual storm also. And if you guys have been keeping eye on the news, yesterday we just had super typhoon, I believe it's pronounced Yutu or Yutu, or however you pronounce it, or YouTube maybe. Sounds like YouTube actually, but something like that. And it made landfall as a super typhoon, 175 mile per hour winds, roughly 180, in the Mariana Islands, which is actually a territory of the United States. So it seems like the United States cannot get a break. It actually, they said that it has been the worst storm to affect the islands in the Pacific, on the U.S. territories, since the 1935. Since 1935, there hasn't been a storm this bad. Now we're talking about super strong typhoon or hurricane. I mean, 180 mile per hour winds, that's a lot. That is extremely dangerous. And apparently it did cause a lot of destruction. I've seen some clips and some pictures of the damage, and it seems to be severe. And it's expected that the islands are going to be incommunicated and without electricity for possibly weeks to come. And again, taking consideration, these are areas where, just like the Caribbean, they're actually, I don't want to say used to it, but in a way used to it, in the sense of they get storms pretty frequently, especially in the Pacific. So, and even like that, this storm has been the worst since 1935. Now, it's something that is shocking to a sense, because what a coincidence that in the past few years, specifically in the last 2 years, we have had so many bad storms made landfall in all over the world, because this is all over the world. Earlier this year, the Philippines got hit really bad also with a typhoon, and guess what? This one seems to be heading that way also, to the Philippines. And in the United States, different parts of the United States, territories in the United States. This is all over the place. A few days ago also, we had another hurricane make landfall as a major hurricane in Mexico a few days ago. So when you look around the world, the climate in the world is changing. Things appear to be getting worse. So that's something that we need to keep an eye out, especially if we are, like in my case, I live in Florida, if we live in the coast. Why? Because sooner or later we are going to get something. We're going to be affected by any kind of storm. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Right now there's not much going on in the Atlantic. Like I said, we're definitely keeping an eye on that typhoon, super typhoon in the Pacific. And that's basically it for now. So if anything changes, anything new, any other news, I will keep you guys posted.